Moi, je voulais jouer au hockey. J'ai pas pu jouer au hockey. Maintenant, les filles peuvent jouer au hockey, c'est bien. Mais lorsqu'on regarde encore qui prend les décisions en sport, et les femmes ne sont pas là.
Where we are doing very well is participation of girls and women. The numbers are going up. I would like to also say that the quality of the sport experience for them is going up, but I'm not quite so sure about that.
We've made a lot of strides in this country, at least naming homophobia, naming sexism, naming violence and harassment, but we haven't got to the point where we've erased these things.
We were starting to make inroads that way, but little did I know how slow it was going to be. I just had no idea. I really didn't think it would be my life work. I really did think it would be change. So you start to laugh nowadays. You just kind of think, oh my God, are we there again?
The surprise came when after 3 months of hockey, someone checked Ab's birth certificate and found that Ab was short for Abigail.
The articulated norm was girls play with dolls, they aspire to get married, they do feminine things. They don't, by and large, put on boys' hockey skates and boys' hockey equipment and pick up a boys' hockey stick and go out and play competitive sports with boys.
What do you think of all this fuss that's been created about you?
I think it's a lot of nonsense.
We drew something, we call it a scrotum clamp, and then we'd look at it before we go in and say, okay, we're going to take this in our minds while we're talking to the men. and we're going to say, okay, do you want to use the scrotum clamp or not? But anyway, we never had one, and we never really used it, but it was that kind of time where it was just so confrontational.
I did not know that I was going to be facing gender testing. Somebody came and took a swab, and that was the end of it. And a day later, there was something posted that said all of these women have passed, and from then on, I was able to compete. But I have my card. It's a femininity card, which pleases my mother enormously.
We certainly got messages that all this weightlifting was going to ruin our figures. You know, and that was just the reality that back in the 70s. One of my coaches told me 3 years ago in Austria, he was like, man, I'll die before the day I see women do foreman. And I'm like, you are kind of a dick. He's the coach and there's so much experience that he knows, but that's what I'm working with.
Même ici, dans mon université, on a une femme entraîneur-chef. Une. Je pense qu'on est une des pires là, au Québec, au Canada. Fait que j'ai plus de cheveux, c'est pour ça. J'ai plus de cheveux.
Women also have a huge disadvantage when it comes to sponsorship dollars. 96% go to men. You know, I hope the sponsorship dollars ends up equal. 50-50. You know, I'd be happy with 60-40, but like 96-4, that's a big difference.
Is our plan to pay the players? Absolutely. I can pay the players as soon as the fans show up, right? It's just that simple.
Everybody expects if you're strong and you're aggressive and you're successful in sport and you're female, you must be lesbian.
Of course there's still homophobia in sports because we still talk about it. And people like me still have to come out.
People don't think that running 50 miles a week is a good idea for girls. Guess what? I'm going to run 60.
Who knew that people gave you like a free education for jumping over a stick, right?
I remember running in my neighborhood, and it was just par for the course to be catcalled in those days. And I was all of 14.
It was, thanks very much, see you later. We made a mistake. You need to get out of our hair.
We were told by the head of the FIS that it was dangerous for women to ski jump. It wouldn't be safe for their ovaries or something like that. It was more like humiliating.
A story will pop up and we'll be appalled, and then the story will go away. And another year or two will go by and another one will pop up and we'll be appalled, equally appalled all over again. We have to do a better job.
Sport Canada has initiated some women in leadership policy in place. Looks great on paper, But what are the action items from that?
I think there's a massive responsibility that the media has to take on that says, yeah, you know, we should be writing these articles about these phenomenal women.
The biggest cultural shift is whether or not girls as young as 3 and 4 feel that they're comfortable in their bodies, that they can use them and be active without feeling constricted.
We're not angry, bad people to use the tools that are there in our civil society for us to make sure that we're not accepting discrimination.
À cause de mon sexe, je suis limitée et j'ai pas accès à certaines choses que les hommes ont. Et ça, pour moi, c'est une injustice flagrante.
I want to see more federations allow that door to be open because there are chicks out there that will blast down those doors.